Hello, welcome to Rita's Roost. I'm in my dining area trying to sew, and I've got everything all set up, and I've had this project started for a while, and it took me a while to go and sort everything out to get it all ready. But then about the time I get all set up and I get all these pieces, I have 3 more blocks to make, and then I can put them all together. But I had to sort them all out, and I know Millie was here one day, and she was moving my pieces I had laid out. You probably can't see them. I got one block laid out there and one block laid out there, and I got one block laid out over here on the ironing board. And I was fixing to finish it because I've got a new project started. And then I look at the clock, and it's almost time for lunch. So I'm going to have to go, I guess, and make Terry some lunch. So I'm going to take you over to the other side of my kitchen and make lunch. Let me show you this first, though. Penelope's still here, and my subscribers are growing. She's just so pretty. She don't know who she wants to go home with, but she's there. And Rosie Stars is here. I've got to do something with that one because I can't keep all these quilts that I made. I really can't. I don't know if you can see the one on my table, but I put my chicken quilt on my table here. Can you see you probably can't see my chickens. Alright, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to make Terry some lunch. So come with me and I'll show you what I'm going to make him for lunch. And it's going to be quick and easy, so but it'll be something to eat. I'll meet you over there. Now I'm over here and I'm going to make a quick lunch. See if you can hear me with my microphone. Put that right there. I may move that. Got my apron on, and I've already just kind of started. I've chopped up some bacon in this skillet, and I kind of already started frying it. I'm going to turn that back on. You want to guess what we're fixing? How about beanie weenies? I can get that done, I can feed him, and I can go back to my quilt project. Sounds like a win-win situation to me. I've got half an onion here. I'm going to chop that onion up and put in my bacon. Put that in there. I tell you what, I love my husband. I love having him around here. But I have to cook 3 meals a day. So sometimes it's got to be quick and fast. And he's not a gourmet. He doesn't have to have fancy food. As long as it's something to eat, he's pretty happy. Now, I'm going to let that onion soften up just a little bit. The bacon's already fried. I'm going to take but a minute or 2. And let me go ahead and get some of these. This is a whole package of weenies, but I'm not going to put them all because I've got another quick and easy lunch of chili dogs I'm going to make another day. So what will I put? I think I'll put 4 of them, and that way me and my husband can eat those for another quick lunch. Just going to cut them in pieces. Let me stir my onions. Some days I like to cook and like to be over in the kitchen. Some days I like to be over there sewing. Some days I like to be at the quilt house quilting. Some days I like to be out hoeing in the garden. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And I just hope sometimes that the chores I have to do kind of go along with the mood I'm in. Alrighty. Now I'm going to put the weenies and let them be heating up. I don't know if I should have put them now. Anyway, we're just going to put it all in the same pot and heat it up. I'm going to open up these pork and beans. ever fix beanie weenie? My kids loved it when they was here at home. They would eat it pretty good. I've got an ear of corn over there. I'm going to fix him an ear of corn to go with it, so we'll have more than just the beans and the weenies. That's it. I'm going to add about a third of a cup of brown sugar. You can add more or less, depending on how sweet you like yours. I think that mustard's empty, so I'm going to do this mustard. This is a new one I bought at the grocery store, if you noticed my grocery run the other day. I'm going to put maybe 2 tablespoons. I bought some ketchup. I'm going to put, maybe half a cup ketchup. I'm not going to measure, just going to guess at it. I'm just going to stir that up and heat this up. And I'll have his lunch, and I can go back to what I want to do. And then the man will still be taken care of. We tease each other all the time. We've been married for it'll be 42 years in September, and we tease each other all the time. This morning I told him, I said, you better make me happy, or something like that. I told him, you better make me happy so I'll stay around. Because I was teasing him, and then he always pops back to me, and he popped back, well, don't run me off then. So I guess we'll just take care of each other. Doesn't that look good? Let that heat all the way through. And I think I'll just let it bubble for just a little bit longer to heat them weenies up. Well, some fried okra or something be good with it, but our okra is the bushes and plants look pretty, but it's just not blooming and putting on much okra for some reason. I've got 2 long rows. So maybe it'll start putting on. Before some fried okra and that ear of corn I got started, that would make a good munch. I need a sliced tomato. A sliced tomato would make a pretty good round meal. I thought out a package of strawberries. I'm going to give him some strawberries for his dessert. Clean up this little mess. I didn't make too much of a mess. Put that stuff back in the refrigerator and this stuff in the trash. And I can go back and work on my quilt over there. The one I'm working on is called Wish. Of course, I showed you Penelope and I showed you Rosie Stars. One of these days, if I get a chance, I'm gonna do a trunk show for you. A trunk show is where I hold up and tell you about the quilts I've made. There's a few of them here. Most of them, though, I gave to the grandkids and gave to the daughter-in-law and my daughter, so they're not here. But sometimes I keep them around for a little while and look at them. But I do have heirloom quilts that came from my grandma and family that I'm just going to keep. Someday I'll give them to the family, but I just like to look at them and touch them and feel them sometimes. Anyway, this was a beanie weenie day at Rita's Roost. So I'm going to turn you off, go back to sewing, and when Terry comes in, I'll be ready to feed him and then get him back out of the house again. Bye. Love y'all.